choisir. Là. Bon, pire, si c'est juste 1 litre de plus par 100 km. Là. Puis si c'est un peu plus, je m'en fous. Là. On dirait que je l'aime tellement que ça me dérange pas de sacrifier.
Ah!
Quelque chose. Même si c'est des Bon, ben j'en ai, bon.
If I'd known we were set to lounging, I'd have recommended a bar.
La première chose qu'il faut faire,
What's the plan? Ready when you are.
Elle pensait que j'allais aller en même place qu'elle. Ça, c'est pas contente de ça.
landing.
I wasn't finished. Couldn't I just go out on a ship for a brief period? A handful of minutes, maybe? Just a quick trip to Byzantium so I can check on my stock. About leaving the hotel.
Thank you.
Now, since I've given up on that, I'll have to find some new.
Greetings, Inspector. No need to check in here. Your paperwork has all been processed. You should be able to find the Colonial right ahead.
I've been starting to play a little game as we travel. You might be a top runger if your hotel is taller than the highest mountain on Monarch. You know, of all the... this whole complex, I mean, maybe...
Rizzo's Spectrum Vodka. Rizzo's Lemon Slap. Slap your whole family to Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch, Triple Flakes, and Purple Berry flavored Power Nuggets. Now with 12% more crunch.
Mr. Kincannon really knows how to run a hotel.
Rizzo's Purpleberry Punch. You want a punch? We've got your punch right here.
I've always wondered what that mascot's got in his hands. What's in the box?
You don't know how grateful I am to the morale improvement program. Shane's mom.
Oh, thank the law. Inspector, you don't know how relieved I am to see you. Constable Maria Keene. It's good to meet you in person, Inspector.
Dr. Goodnight. Ecstatic to make your various acquaintances and so on. Are we finished with the pleasantries? There's something I'm excited to show you. What body? Oh, that. Goodness, no. This is far more interesting than Halcyon Helen's rapidly cooling corpse.
Our coroner has developed a device which may prove useful in your investigation. Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you.
Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you. Oh, please. You make it sound as if I'm turning over stolen goods. Behold, my discrepancy amplifier. Hold it in your hands. Feel the way it hums with ontological potential. You don't. Although I really should have looked into that option. The discrepancy amplifier uses a deterministic model of our universe to detect the discrepancy between what should be and what actually is. Then it renders any discrepancies visible by using the power of magnification. Oh, goodness, no. I don't care for OSI doctrine. I just enjoy their math.
I'm contractually prohibited from endorsing off-brand technology, but I'll bend that rule just this once. You'll want to peer into the amplifier and examine the crime scene.
Wow. Non, pas de fer. Pas de fer. Non, non. Non, non, du tout, elle est pas périmée. Non, elle
Oh, don't mind us, folks. Normal inspectors doing normal inspector things. Keep him quiet, Captain.
black hole Bertie's disappeared, you know. The poor
Rizzo
fellow
cares
must
about
be
the happiness of his
inconsolable.
family. Spacer's Joyce can't say that.
Beep, 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 beep. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Beep, beep, beep. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Go on, Inspector. Give the amplifier a try. The discrepancy amplifier is designed to be held in your hand and maneuvered about, not unlike a small arms weapon. Peer through the looking glass and aim the amplifier about. Examine the crime scene. Find a discrepancy and make a deduction. Simplicity itself.
The discrepancy amplifier is now operational. Greetings, designated inspector and/or unauthorized larcenist. This unit has detected a discrepancy related to Halcyon Helen. Unscheduled expiration of. Begin amplification. The discrepancy amplifier has been programmed with advanced speech recognition, scientific analysis, and deterministic calculus protocols.
Oh, you'll love this. Amplifier, tell the inspector about your features.
Please do not interrupt the discrepancy amplifier. The discrepancy amplifier is programmed to take instruction from its registered or designated inspector.
How curious. I must have set its impertinence levels to flagrant.
This unit's features include an automated personality simulator. This unit has been programmed to simulate joy and satisfaction in assisting you. This footprint stands out from the normally spotless floor of the grand ballroom. Typically, the ballroom is cleaned twice daily, which means this must have been made by either Helen or her assailant or assailants. Footprint is a tailor-made 8.75, suggesting that its owner was very particular about their shoe size. It is also the exact size that Halcyon Helen typically prefers. There are traces of dirt throughout the footprint. The dirt carries traces of fertilizer, as well as the faint signs of crushed purpleberries and grass. Grass, fertilizer, and purpleberries can all be found in the purpleberry orchards, located not far from the Grand Colonio.
Can we give him a name? I'm gonna call him Arthur. He seems like an Arthur. All buttoned up, but polite and kinda sweet.
This unit has been programmed to simulate gratitude. Thank you, Inspector.
Good work, Inspector. I had a feeling we'd make some progress once we brought you onto the case. You'll need Administrator Ludovico to grant you access to the orchards. Contact him through the secure access terminal in your penthouse suite. Check in with the concierge. Your room should be ready by now. If it isn't, I may have to go shake someone by the collar.
This is a bottle of unreleased Rizzo's product. Helen appears to have attempted to use it to spell something as she expired, but all she managed was a sticky bee. This hypothesis is plausible, but requires additional information. Correct. Bertie Blackhole Holcomb is a registered guest at the Grand Colonial Hotel. Accessing guest database B. The Grand Colonial Hotel is proud to serve the following VIPs. Bertie, Black Hole. Burbage 3001. This evidence has been recorded for later reference. Now generating pre-approved compliment. Splendid work, Inspector.
I knew I should have gotten her autograph when I had the chance.
Staring at her won't bring her back, folks. Sure thing.
Welcome to the Grand
Finally checked in, I see. I hope you're fond of the penthouse. It's pretty much the best seat in the whole hotel. You shouldn't want for any amenity you might find elsewhere. Should act as a better headquarters for the investigation than any space dust covered ship. That and you ain't got room service on a ship. You ever need anything, come find me. Even if you don't, you can still swing by. I'm always happy to chat. Oh, of course. That is, maybe not on a personal level, but I'm one of her biggest fans. Even started an association of like-minded individuals. I'd lament not having anything to meet about anymore, but the newer tribe just ain't done it for us. Still, there goes my hopes of a Terran Monarch reunion episode. Of course! Budgets went up, but the writing quality chewed straight through the floorboards and free fell into Halcyon's son. I'm supposed to believe Helen would let the chief of the Savages go free? Just since he was revealed to be her half-cousin? He's a dissident! You kill him! I, like most fans, reckon this series should go back to its roots. Another 200 episodes of the Origins plotline is what we really want. Now, what can I lend a hand with? Notice my battle-hardened physique, have you? Used to be in a mighty mean line of work. Been shot at 35 times. That is, I've been near people who were shot at 35 times. But to be honest, I never really enjoyed it, you know? It's one thing to tightrope walk between life and death every day, but for just a handful of bits? Nah. When this position came up, I jumped on it and made a lateral move from sublight to slug. I ain't ever looked back. Well, slug is something like an offshoot of sublight. It ain't too difficult to pivot from one part of the same company to another. Disconnects or no. That said, my departure may have been somewhat hasty. I mean, yes, but I still earned sublight a hell of a lot of bits. Basically, I singled out a ship to salvage that I thought had been out for use for years. As it turns out, it belonged to a wealthy Byzantine who used it only to vacation. As it so happened, I still don't think she tried to use it, too satisfied with the luxuries of Byzantium. Still, I figured it was a good time to turn tail, in case that ever changed. Well, Slug is more trustworthy for one thing, where Sublight is all about back alleys and backstabbing. Slug can be trusted not to salvage your ship when you turn your head. stories. Huh. Actually, I think I got a couple now that you mention it. When I was first starting out here, I got lost in the lower levels of the Colonial. Just you not, I ran into a giant purple sprat. Of course, I'd been drinking a little that day. Please do. Sure, I'd taken to checking the ballroom every few hours prior to the unveiling. Just to make sure no sprats had snuck into the place. You understand. Found her right before I was set to head back to my room in the lower levels for my mandated 5-hour sleep period. Tell ya, thank the law for caffeinoid. Been too upset to get a wink of sleep since. And hey, now I can finally see smells. Beats all hell out of me. Maybe she was, practicing for the unveiling?
Did you kill Helen? Tell me.
What? No. Just because I found the corpse doesn't mean I made her a corpse. I was in shift all day. Besides, I loved Helen serials. Well, the old ones anyway. The newer episodes are hot junk on a warm day.
Back to my other question.
Sure. What's on your mind?
I just accuse you, and you're just like, okay, sure. Did you see Helen on that day?
Of course I did. I just told you I found the body. Oh, wait. You mean when she was still breathing? No, of course I didn't. Plus, it's untoward for an employee to speculate about the actions of a hotel guest. Not that I saw any hotel guests interacting with her. Honestly, you're more than a little right. I've been burning at the britches to share my theories. Day of her death, I saw Helen leave the hotel premises with the profit of profitability, and didn't see her come back. A little on the suspicious side, I think. Seemed especially strange, seeing how, as far as I was aware, the two didn't get on. Yep. Gives seminars on increasing profit margins and the like. Can't say much else, seeing how I ain't in the gossip market. Or as I can recall, Helen dismissed the lady's seminars in some kind of interview. Said her co-star used them, but she didn't. The top rungers are always ready to read between the lines of famous folks and seem to think the profit was on her way out. Woman lost a ton of bits and is set to lose more. I hope all that helped. I'd like to be as useful as I can in the investigation. I just didn't want to steer anyone the wrong way. Everyone's got theories. I don't reckon mine hold much more weight than anyone else's.
Can I sell them an employee?
Okay, keep him quiet.
my inordinately esteemed guest. If my hello were any more earnest, this loudspeaker would explode. Oh dear. I'm sorry, but you don't seem to have a registered room key. If you've lost your key, why don't you pay the hotel concierge a visit? I'm sure she can get you a new one. Then you can come back, and I'll service all of your vertical needs.
I thought I had a room.
If you have an issue with the hotel...
Outcomes request have been about what you expect. You're a professional skull cracker, telephone, sticks, nickels, because it keeps, and I quote, accidentally tearing the shirt that are too small for my giant muscle. Funny how the rips I've seen looks more like they've been made by hand. Okay. I've noticed that he's asked for very little in the way of effort. Accelerators or enhancers on skin turf. No oxycone. Not even any dervish mist. Typically, tossball player go through that filth like no one else. Maybe Holcomb's trying to prove something to Helen. Whatever it is, I don't think it's going to work. Despite her celebrity status, the greater part of Helen's requests have been fairly normal. Soap, shampoo, new towels, and so on. The one inspection is her unusual consumption of food and drink. And I want to judge about that sort of things. On those I've seen stranger I don't know that word from other guests. Proclivities. Proclivities, okay. In French, it's just a penchant. Okay, it's what they like. Okay, they have weird demands on shit like that. Kinda. It's more like what they're going towards. Okay, listen to this. But she really does request a lot and frequently. Listen to this. For lunch today, she ordered 6 warts and bean sandwiches. 6? 2 purple berry shakes, 2 purple berry liquors, several retro rockets, and cigarettes. Enough to crush a teacup canine. I wonder if she's planning a party, but the cleaning staff says that every time they've gone out, there's been no sign of what she's ordered. If Helen really does keep managing to get through all of what she's been ordering, then maybe she should consider quitting show business and entering the competitive consumption scenes instead. Dang. In the past 2 weeks, I have received 315 different service requests from Mr. Woolridge. These requests include, but are not limited to, his entire wardrobe from Terror on Monarch. 13 different outfits, including a primal suit. 5 gallons of each color of spectrum, except black. Wants 50 gallons of black. Teacup canines of various breeds. A plasma launcher, and consisting of over 60% of all total requests. An upgraded room. Administrator Ludovico authorized him to move in to the second largest room just to shut him the hell up. but Halcyon Helen got the biggest one. And of course, Woolrich can't accept that. He's been eclipsed. Did he kill her because she had a bigger room? Got another room upgrade request as I was typing this up. More than half a mind to send an exterminator to fumigate his room just so he can request anything else for a while. But then he might come down here and try to talk to me, and I think I'll quite honestly rather be dead. Oh, fuck. Guess complain, good luck. Most subjects. Okay. Do you like torturing me? Is that what it is? Infernal racket. Annoyed. To whatever member of the help and may concern, I've hired a hobo clanking passing my room. I heard a horrible clanking passing my room every night for the past 6 nights. Yesterday, I mustered up all my courage and sent a servant to look, and upon her return, she said, seeing what looks like an armed mechanical wander by my room for the past 6 nights. She said it was something called a Borbage 3001 and that it was serial star. If this machine is a serial star, I must ask, why are you filming outside our rooms without paying us? We're not consenting to having our temporary property filmed. There is no doubt a contract for this, and if the machine is being allowed to wander without being filmed, then I want to be paid double. Do you have any idea how dangerous that thing could be? It could thread on my foot and ruin my inspiration to be a professional dancer. If I ever decide to have those inspiration, I urgently wait a response.
Black Hole Bertie hasn't been seen since Helen's death. Awfully suspicious, right?
Actually, a lot of people seem to be missing lately. But I see your point about him specifically.
How awful! I left my favorite jacket in there.
Well, I suppose I've seen stranger marketing maneuvers. Not sure what Rizzo's is trying to accomplish with this one.
Huh?
I'm sorry, ma'am, but while the hotel is an active crime scene, I regret to inform you that all new bookings, room upgrades, room downgrades, and in-room massages are Oh, you're the special inspector. Mr. Kincannon warned me you'd be checking in soon. Ah, yes. We are most pleased to offer you our grandest of grand accommodations, Inspector. The penthouse suite on our topmost floor is now available for you. The last guest left her belongings behind when she vacated unexpectedly, so we needed a little time to tidy the suite up for you. Simply call the elevator in the lobby, and our highly skilled operator will deliver you to your private floor with efficiency and cheer. It certainly is a marvel of modern ingenuity, luxury, and ambition. Please, allow me to answer any curiosities you might have about our building and the amenities on offer. Most certainly. All the important folks can be found in the utmost parts of the hotel. You can hardly walk 3 feet without bumping into a tossball grate or a bored exec. Though maybe don't bump into them. Could be harmful to your health. Twice the size of the next biggest room. Best to enjoy it while you can, Inspect. Also, please inform me if Woolridge gives you a hard time about getting a better room than his. Don't tell him I said this, but everyone on staff wants to strangle him. Who would be interested in a staff-only area? Most folks never ask about the sewers beneath Rizzo's plant, either. Of interest to your investigation? Well, I suppose there is that one door we're not supposed to open. But I'm sorry, Inspector, I'm not authorized to grant you access to any staff sections of the hotel. You'll have to find a way in on your own. If you're sure. My apologies, Inspector, but that would be a severe violation of guest privacy. We here at the Grand Colonial firmly believe that... All right, my supervisor just walked out of earshot. Some folks just don't understand the importance of gossip. About whom? And what would you wish to know? If looks could kill, he'd have put her in the ground 10 times over. Man's clearly jealous of her success compared to his. See, I'd bet we're the only 2 people thinking about him in all of Eridanos. And I only am because you mentioned his name. If you leave woolly cow milk out, it turns to curds. Leave the curds out, they begin to get stale, then rot. Woolridge is on his way to the trash bin, and everyone knows it. Either he's in denial, or he knew Helen would be checking out soon, judging by his increasing demands for a room upgrade. Her deal? Not making them. I'd laugh at my own comment, but everyone knows there's no bigger joke than the prophet of profitability herself. Didn't you hear Helen's interview? That woman is the definition of humbuggery. Anyone who gives her the time of day is a right fool. I mean, Spencer Woolridge has taken several of her productivity seminars, and look where it got him. Don't waste your time. Ah, Birdie. Is he bigger than he is dumb, or dumber than he is big? I've a bet with a friend. Not sure we'll ever get it to pay out. Birdie used to be Helen's beau, though he isn't anymore, and not just because she's dead. If I had 1,000,000 bits, I'd spend every one just to learn what caused their split. You know, out of everyone here, I probably knew the least about Helen. I'm not much of an Aetherwave watcher myself.
She looks like
And Helen always had a crowd of admirers chasing her, you see. So she rarely stopped to chat. Friendly enough, surely, but always seemed untouchable. Emphasis on seemed. Everyone wanted to be around Helen. She could usually be seen alongside Bertie or Woolrich, for obvious reasons. See, either he's... Then I guess we'll have to see if you find Helen's murderer, won't we? Myself, and all of the staff at the Grand Colonial, will be rooting for you, Inspector.
Oh, thank you, girlie. Goodbye.
I was nearly attacked by a terror ray on my way here. I can't believe Helen's gone. We're never going to get a sequel to Terror on Monarch.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. An industrial-grade laxative has been added to the liquor in these bottles.
Okay, gone quiet.
Get your damnable hair out of my face. I can't see the corpse.
You should just walk on. But you haven't.
What floor would you like to visit? Next stop, the finest seat in the house.
Am I? Do I have like a... I have a house here now? What? That's crazy. This board is kind of
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. The imprint left inside this suitcase matches the silhouette of Halcyon Helen's iconic handgun, the Needler. The weapon was recently removed.
Helen, where did we go wrong? Oh, Lo, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for... Helen, I love you. I love you so much.
In light of recent the number of armed guards on his security search. Miss Agent, thank you for choosing the Eridanos atmospheric complex. I don't understand why you and I must be enemies. Are we not both branches? I'm disappointed to discover you've betrayed my senators. Ooh. In an official record, take particular umbrage in your characterization. On my most recent seminar, spearheading your project, How to Motivate Your Workforce Using Ancient Weapons, as a, and I quote, nonsensical vanity project from a dead-in-the-hole buffoon. These are fighting words. Expect to hear from my personal auditor soon. Sincerely, preferable P.O. Pedophile. Money can't buy happiness and other lies we tell ourselves. A new seminar by the Prophet of Profitability coming soon. I don't understand why you and I must be enemies. Are we not both branches on the same tree of privileges? Come in, audience, with your masterly performance on the other wave, and I come in the attention of our corporate leaders. We're both cultural icons with a responsibility to set a good example. Bellamy Roof. Bellamy Roof. B. Huh. Miss Bellamy, you're a talented actor. I've enjoyed all your roles across the years. I'm especially fond of your performance in Terror on Monarch. Ludovic doesn't appreciate the serial. Maybe that's why he never knows when he's being played. You still think you're here to endorse Spectrum Brown? Your performance has him fooled. I have a feeling I know what you're up to. It's always a little disappointing when the audience is a few steps ahead from the plot. Best, Cedric. Voyons, mal à craque dans ton windshield.
Inspector, I understand you've visited the scene of the crime. Halcyon Helen was an important cultural icon. She will be sorely missed. Halcyon Helen was more than a character. She was a brand. Her death will now be associated with Rizzo's Spectrum Brown. You understand why that worries me.
Are you saying she killed herself?
I do not. Spacer's Choice has that market cornered. Back to the matter at hand. Tell me about your investigation. Your discretion is appreciated. I admit, I'm beginning to feel more confident in this arrangement. Here, I'm granting you access through the gates to the orchards. You're officially authorized to see this investigation through to the end. There is one caveat. Cedric's being rather intransigent about letting you into the spaceport. Possibly he's trying to hide something. Possibly he wants to annoy me. Possibly both. I agree with the sentiment behind your snide remark. Unfortunately, the Piraeus spaceport is Cedric's purview, not mine. You have a lead to chase. Law speed, Inspector.
Voyons, mais c'est bon là. Donc, guilt trip. Stop hurting each other. Juste 500 piastres. Ouais, c'est cheap.
Ah, ok, c'est pas si possible, là.
Mais voyons donc.
Ben, ça valait plus 4000. Ouais, attendez qu'il y avait comme ça de petits bons. Puis en plus, l'année. Ah, ok, c'était toi, là, c'est ça, ben, comme tu vois, comme moi, mon auto, tu sais, juste le fait qu'elle vient d'avoir un échange, ça me dérangeait même pas, là, tu sais, je ne pas penser à le vendre, de toute façon, on change.
Yeah. Oh, that hurt.
Même que, en tout cas, je l'avais appelé pour la moi, dans ma tête, c'était la scrap dessus. C'était pas comme je ne pas essayer de le vendre. Moi, c'est ça, j'avais pas. Oui, au look, c'est votre en plus, j'ai fait peinture. C'est fait peinture en 2023. C'est au look, j'avoue qu'il y a de l'air beau extérieurement. Puis surtout, en plus, moi, j'ai patché le rebord. Tu sais, j'ai comme réparé la couche sur le bord, ça, de ma poche. Hey, ça aurait été si j'avais pas fait ça. Non, mais c'est qu'on se fait des maisons, par contre, je sais pas, c'est tout le monde de petit, ils vont le réparer. Par contre, c'est.
Mais non, mais ils vont prendre les. Ils vont démonter.
Je sais pas qu'est-ce qu'ils vont faire eux autres avec ça. Parce que d'habitude, c'est ça qu'ils font. D'habitude, eux autres, moi, ça, moi j'ai osé demander ça. Ça me tentait pas. Moi, j'étais contente du montant qu'il y a j'étais contente de l'échange. C'était comme 860.
Non, aussi, c'est quoi?
Ça n'a pas été long. Ah, moi aussi, ça me tente même pas, là. Je suis tellement gênée, là, tu sais, d'appuyer ça. De chercher en théorie, quelque chose.
La vanne ou?
L'aurora, René. L'aurora, René. Ah oui.
C'est quoi la vanne? Je sais pas c'est quoi.
Non. J'étais bien contente dans le cas. Elle dit, veux-tu que je fasse une évaluation sur votre automobile, madame? Ah, ok. Mais bon, puis là, elle a
She was sleeping, maybe. She may be sick or on drugs or on pills. Why was I sleeping until 10 or 12? It's because I freaking game all night. Ton manteau! Tes pantoufles! yelling! Stop! Suki and Simba's been sleeping together more lately. I love kissing my Simba so damn bad. Every time I kiss him on his cheek and his head, he doesn't move. He just take it. You can't kiss him too. I'm pretty sure he's not. Oh. Voyons, Winston. C'est fatigant. Bruh.
Inspector?
Yeah, makes sense.
a little beyond my job description to ask, but at my heart, I'm still a bellhop. Was the suite to your liking? Good. Now, I'd love to bring you to a floor of your choosing. What? Oh, what authorized floor can I bring you to? Oh, so sorry, but you're not actually authorized to visit that floor. To the lo-
You've returned. Now, what can I lend a hand?
Sublight Underground appreciates your patronage.
How may I be of assistance?
Alright. I've been lost right now. I finished my apple juice. You got stranded in your own island, bro? Oh, is she high? A real idiot. What about food? You seen on his ass. You know what? Looks like a normal couple. always the case, isn't it? Until boom.
We'll be here, Captain.
Becca. Oh my arm.
Hope you've been enjoying your stay.
Be thankful the whole place doesn't smell this bad. It's surprising this pool is the only thing in such a state around here, considering how the elite usually comport themselves.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis reveals the chemical signature of this compound is 80% semblant of fertilizer used in the purpleberry orchards. The other 20% is semblant of pool water.
A sudden death knockout court? Surprised the Byzantines fancy this. We played it on a rudimentary court in prison. Sudden death being more literal than euphemistic.
We're in the middle of a lockdown. No one's supposed to be coming or going. And when I can't get a hold of anyone in the orchard,
I hope that.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Sampling of the barcode reveals it is host not only to alcohol, but a variety of other substances as well. Among the selection are adrenotime, pep pills, dervish mist, and many other narcotics with unrecognized chemical signatures. Chemical analysis confirms user comment. This news is unlikely to factor into the murder, however, due to frequency of Byzantine narcotic misuse. System error. By know how to party, did you mean die? Moralizing. It's not theft, it's object repositioning.
Aw, he's gardening. He's that's so cute. Ah, that's funny.
Bertie
That's
Holcomb
not
is likely
word.
beside himself
I
in
watch
grief.
a video and they're gonna say the word. And right after I said it. What the heck? The world, she said, the world. Okay, where's my keep going the wrong way. Hey, I wish we could drive a little ship.
Hello? Did you hear me Oh, you're that inspector. Right. Sorry, but the pool's currently closed on account of its... Of course, I guess it don't much matter, seeing as... I guess it's no business of... Gee, I hadn't thought of that. You're pretty sharp. As you might guess, the pool's closed to the public for the moment. Hell no, it ain't normal. Law almighty, that's a screw-up like none I've ever seen. Almost seems foolish enough it must have been done on purpose. Can't do much now but wait for the stench to wear off. We found the individual hired to clean face down in a puddle of his own spit in the orchards. Guess he won't be helping. All right. You may want to visit the sun parlor. That's where that Rizzo's fool mixed the chemicals he used. Oh, and you could talk to Lily, my boss. She probably has some great advice. I saw her walk toward the bridge to the Purpleberry Orchards earlier. Reckon she's still there. Now, anything else I can do for you? So long as you don't want to go in, Yep, still dead. Usually Rizzo's is pretty good at making sure the people they hire ain't got tripicale for brains. But that fella clearly wasn't worth trusting. I met him briefly once. Seemed level-headed enough, but that must have been just a front. Otherwise, he wouldn't have made such a mess of things. Yeah, it's part of the job. I think I'm listed as a security consultant. But all that really means is that if I'm caught without this thing, I get put on pool guard duty. I don't know what happens if I'm caught without it on pool guard duty, but I know that I don't want to find out. Sounds good to me.
Oh fuck! Oh no! Alright, back through it.
Swear to the architect, Matthias, if you've lost your rifle's ionization coil again. Oh, wait, you ain't part of my crew. What do you want? An idiot. I suspect he's avoiding me, actually, which is the first smart thing he's done all month. Sorry, but do you need something? Between the landing pad, lockdowns, gate closures, and constant questions from angry guests, I've got a lot on my plate. And if that don't beat all, one of my crew is AWOL. I wish. Matthias is about as useful as a manta queen in a saltuna cannery. Wouldn't give a damn if he were lost. Frankly, he'd be doing me a favor. If you're serious, I'd appreciate the help. He's been missing a few days, and we're low on staff as it is. It's not exactly uncommon for slug agents to go on the odd bender. They'll pick a place they think I don't know about and hunker down. Usually I don't bother with the discipline and paperwork. Gotta pick your battles. Thing is, they usually resurface within 24 hours, or at least yell for medical help. This guy, not a peep. The missing crew member's Evan O'Connell. He's one of about 2 slug agents I can trust with more complex tasks than stand here and look tough. Friendly type. Well-behaved, followed orders. Anyone else, I'd think they got drunk and fell asleep in a ditch somewhere, but O'Connell's not really the type. He was last stationed at the Wilderness Checkpoint. I'd search there first.
Just broken it.
That's the last of them.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. The garb on this security guard identifies him as a member of the Rizzo's corporation. His rank would have been that of Jawbreaker or higher. This security guard has experienced premature expiration. Evidence strongly suggests a conflict with Marauders.
The spark of life is fled. The mortal form is naught but the basic elements of which it is comprised, to be molded once again as the great plan dictates.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Everything the light touches is yours.
The garb on this
Okay, I need to do this. The plan one. Now I need to search his pocket. 2.3 bits and half using the sparkle berry crunch and at least left his world happy. Oh. Conclude.
The spark of life is fled. The mortal form is naught but the basic elements of which it is comprised, to be molded once again as the great plan dictates.
This card also expired prematurely, following a violent encounter with marauders.
Rest in peace, buddy.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Hey, Crew C. It's Amelia. Evan must have gotten into the Spectrum in these crates. Listen to this. Come out! Come out to play! Wow, he's having a grand old time. I'm gonna take him to A2 under the hotel so he can sleep it off. I'll meet you back at the orchard straight after. See you soon. Evan, come on, you slackwit.
It's Rizzo's! Welcome to the Purpleberry Nut Hut, you wonderful, wonderful customer! Thank you for giving my humble existence value.
We cannot add value to your existence. Everyone has their place in the plan. And you seem overjoyed with yours.
I sure am! Good lamps you got on you to take notice. Oh, that? I call it my little passenger. I don't know why. The name just appeared in my head when this thing showed up on my neck. Don't you dare! Or I'll cut something off you! Gosh, I'm sorry. I don't know where that came from. I just felt this urge to protect my little passenger, even if it means hurting you. couple of days. Ever since it showed up, I've been feeling happier and happier. I really can't imagine life without my little passenger. I don't know. It just appeared one day. I guess I just picked it up while working in the orchards. Sometimes I wonder how it showed up, and I start to worry. But worrying feels bad, and I hate feeling bad, so I don't worry about it. Now I'd love to get you something, maybe a couple somethings. Whatever you like, I can sell it to you at a low, low price. I'm so glad you asked. The orchards are my third favorite subject, with my first being Rizzo's refreshing drinks and my second being Rizzo's toothsome confectionaries. Our orchards are the source of 63% of Rizzo's total produce, which correlates to 112% of fresh goods throughout all of Halcyon. Give or take a few percent, of course. If you want to know more about each part of the orchards, might I recommend one of our fantastic tours? One of our options is even audio-guided as a special bonus feature. Oh, I'm so glad you said that. Our tours are my fourth favorite subject. Every part of the orchards is so rich with Rizzo's lore. Buy a tour ticket and anoint yourself with knowledge. We have 3 tour options: Premium, Premium Plus, and the Golden Ticket. Each option is wonderful in its own special way. Premium includes a 10-minute pass to the Sprat Petting Zoo. Premium Plus comes with the novelty Purpleberry and Amber, and the Golden Ticket is audio-guided in addition to being self-guided. Which kind would you like? You're in luck. We have one left. Normally they're 100 bits, but seeing how I'm sold out of everything else, I can give it to you for just 90. How does that sound? That's great. Thank you so much. Our alcohol stocks are larger than ever. And a good thing too, because I just can't seem to stop myself from getting into them. Our products are just that good. Thanks for... Now I... No, I'm sorry. The only celebrity who shopped recently is Black Hole Birdie. Quite the affable man, as it so happens. And the stories are wrong. He could probably lift 2 benches of tossball players at once, not just one. Laws, not just affable, but virile, too. Ooh, wait a minute. Now that his beau's dead, that means Birdie's single. Maybe I'll strike up a little more than conversation the next time he comes by. Oh my! Birdie, a murderer? Well, everyone has their flaws. I'll be sure not to bring it up on our first date. No, I'm sorry. The only and
Take cover!
Thanks for Now I... No, I'm sorry. And the stories are wrong. He could Ooh, wait. Hey, that's a swell idea. Terror on Monarch was so romantic. Thanks for the suggestion. Sadness is a big old waste of time. Besides, the sooner I start courting him, the sooner we can both be happy.
Maybe I could hold up my end if your people weren't sabotaging my operations.
Sorry, can't talk. We're busy
And if sabotaging the orchards weren't enough, you had to make it personal. You really had to bust my Insta coffee maker too? The nerve.
Hold that asinine thought. Who was this armed stranger who just wandered into your office? Back up for a fight you can't finish?
What the hell are you talking about? I don't know this lass. I think it's mightily more likely that she's under your payroll. You'd have burned down what you haven't already.
I see. Just a visitor, then. Congratulations, Hathaway. Not everyone's abandoned your orchards.
Well, shame that you're trying to change that. Anyway, sorry for the heated reception, stranger. There's just been some trouble here of late. Name's Overseeing Orchardist Hathaway, and I'm in charge of these orchards. Though it seems like certain groups, which will remain unnamed, are trying to change that. Looks like I'm stuck playing the part of customer service rep. Guess it's different from the usual, at least. Something I can do for you? Whether or not I like it, yes, that's right. Yeah, quotas are higher than ever because of the upcoming release of Spectrum Brown, but we haven't been hitting them. Frankly, it's ridiculous. Our workers are all about 30% more productive than usual. They keep getting injured, which is setting us behind. I blame the treatment Rizzo's keeps making them get. Look, they don't tell me the specifics. All I know is that the workers leave their typical morose selves and come back more chipper than an automechanical woodcarver. Look at Jacob, our groundskeeper, if you ain't met him. If he were any less personable before, I'd have had him replaced with a trained canid. Now he's all smiles. It's like the workers all forgot their 10-minute workplace safety seminars. And that's twice as long as the next leading brand. Our people should be safety experts. And yet, I've seen folks step on open electrical wires, drop pallets on each other. One damn fool even blundered into a mosquito hive. Even as he died, he looked fairly pleased. Okay, then. I'm the overseeing orchardist of the Purpleberry Orchards. My job is to make sure we hit our production quotas.
Doing nothing. The pillar of every Halcyon business enterprise.
You better believe it is. Unfortunately, I also have to fight a constant battle with unproductivity. We sure as hell ain't winning that right now. I'd moan about how miserably we're failing, but you've heard me bellyache enough. Where'd you get that idea? Don't I look happy? Being here is an unemployment sentence. I can't blame anyone else for any screw-ups because I'm in charge. And there's loads of direct scrutiny from the administrator. Those void-damned lab coats and R&D knew that. It was why they sent me here. I think they knew the orchards were gonna start having problems too. Bastards. Supervise, make sure produce gets where it needs to go, cry every couple days. I report directly to Administrator Ludovico, which is more than a little stressful. Okay then. Yeah, I saw her. Tried to flag her down for an autograph, but to no avail. Ran right by me. No idea where she was heading. Seemed like she had a lot on her mind. Yeah, just another woe to add to the pile. In the past, the orchard subcontracted security work from Slug. You know, keep the malcontents on staff from causing too much trouble. But between the Spectrum Brown unveiling demanding all of our resources and the recent uptick in worker accidents, we just ain't got the budget for security. And, of course, Slug has decided that instead of being reasonable, they're just gonna sabotage our operations until we start paying them again.
Look at the poor Rizzo's manager, lying about Sublight to make himself feel better. Shame he skipped where Rizzo's were short on our payments months before the new unveiling.
Look, at the end of the day, it's obvious that Slug is sabotaging us. I ain't paying until they come clean. Thank the law, some good news. You hear that, lapdog? Truth's coming. Better fess up while you still can outside of an interrogation room.
While I'm sure you'd love to have a scapegoat on whom you can pin your own incompetence, I suspect you'll be disappointed. But what do I know? I suppose it's up to your new hiree.
That's a lot of purple.
Timeline discrepancy detected near. These footprints match the shoes previously analyzed in the Grand Ballroom. There is a 110% chance with a 10% margin of error that they were left by Ruth Bellamy, the actress known as Halcyon Helen.
You can tell a lot about an animal by its tracks.
A hurry. Going somewhere important or fleeing from someone. Or something.
Well, sweet hello there, valued visitor. I am sure sorry to break it to you, but our orchards are closed to all officially guided tours at this precise moment in time.
You know, when your folks warn you your face will freeze like that, you aren't supposed to take it seriously.
Why, thank you! Rizzo's encourages all workers to put on a happy face when engaging with valued customers. Rizzo's does beseech you to please purchase one of our self-guided options if you're wishing to join one of our rejuvenative, relaxing, reformatory tours. Now with a Puzzle Hedges trademark maze hunt and special edition taste testing for an extra 35 bits a ticket. Ah, you mean that lovely actor who got herself dead? Damn shame what happened to her. She did come by, but not during any official tour time. I thought she'd hired a private tour at first, but it was Dr. Blossom who was showing her the way to the RR and DD labs.
Blossom?
Can't imagine why she'd need to meet with our head researcher on the Spectrum product line outside of her lab hours. Unless, of course, it had to do with the new product unveiling. That's right. She was. She sure made for some lovely adverts. Maybe it might have involved an issue with the launch batch then? I can't rightly say. All I know is one of our certified tour guides could have given her a much more comprehensive tour of the grounds were that her interest. Can't say that I have. We use bad batches of liquor for our pesticides. Only the exterminator mechanicals are armed around here. And I haven't seen any bloody objects aside from the usual pair of gardening shears. Unless, that is, Miss Helen was also stung to death by pollinization mosquitoes? She wasn't, was she? That would be a mighty wretched way to go. Pollinization by killer mosquitoes, indeedy. It's cutting-edge Rizzo's technology. But don't you worry, valued visitor. Our pollinization cycles only run when the orchards are empty, for safety reasons. When a pollinization cycle finishes or is aborted, all mosquitoes are biologically programmed to return to the hive, their holding pen. Of course, the very last thing Rizzos would want is a beloved tourist bumbling into the hive and triggering an unscheduled cycle, so you'd best steer clear of it for safety. You'll know the hive by its big, glimmering electric fencing. Yes, indeedy. I've got the wondrous honor of having just been promoted to third keeper of the grounds after the last one disappeared on the job. Gosh, I guess about a week ago now? Before my morning clock-in last Sunday, I was but a lowly nanner peeler picker on the line shift. Now I'm responsible for growing every twig and berry on this vast swath of fertile land. Heaven sweet, no. It's not like he was murdered. He simply disappeared without a trace and hasn't been heard from since. And the groundkeeper before that one? Well, she wasn't missing at all. Her body was found near hive control, covered head to toe in thousands of welts. No mystery, and certainly no murder with what happened there. I mean, you can't exactly hold some mosquitoes on trial. Accidents do happen on the job. Can't speak for others, but I most assuredly don't. I reckon you could talk to my supervisor, the overseeing orchardist. He would know more. I used to ask questions, but gee, I just don't feel the urge to anymore. Well now, you certainly are an individual of refined taste. There are folks who defend the premium option and its sprat petting zoo, but once you've been bit by one sprat, you've been bit by them all. Of course, tours of any excess level must be suspended during a scheduled pollinization cycle. Our mosquitoes are quite territorial and have been known to sting both workers and visitors alike. Gosh and goody gumdrop! Why, you say that as if it's a bad thing. I am quite overcome with happiness, indeed. You won't find a Rizzo's worker in all of Era. Happy workers lead to happy customers, and repeat customers make the charts look better on our week. And you know what never fails to bring a smile to my face? The breathtaking tours we offer throughout the... What kind of investigation? You wouldn't happen to be from the health inspection office, would you? Oh, drat. This distresses me, and I do not like feeling cross. I warned the orchardist this could happen when we halted our monthly bribe to Slug. They were always a reliable go-between, regarding inspections before now. So, what might you be looking to find out, Ms. Inspector? Did he now? That sounds about right. He has been mightily outspoken in his disdain for Slug in recent months. The overseeing orchardist had the last groundskeeper deliver a contract termination in the place of our regular payment. Rizzo's decided we don't need their services anymore. See, with our new morale-boosting medical treatments, our employees are much more productive. No need for unsightly intimidation tactics. Sorry, I'm not at liberty to say. Trade secrets and all that. You understand, I'm sure. Of course. An excellent... Now, presently, you're standing smack dab in the pride and we call... I can't... There's a reason why we keep him behind an electric fence, you know.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected
Oh yeah,
nearby.
that's funny. What could that have been?
Rizzo's would be remiss to fail to mention the Orchard Storage Warehouse. Without this impressive-looking building, there would simply be no orchards. Gaze in this warehouse.
Hey! Oh, wait. I'm supposed to say the slogan. Okay, you can do this, Anna. Here goes. It doesn't matter if you're you or me. We're all part of the Rizzo's family. How was that?
That was quite enthusiastic.
No jest? Well, that's a wager I sure would have lost. Guess even a busted spectrometer can be right if you hold it to the light, huh? I'm sure you've guessed it, but I'm not the best at remembering slogans. And when I can't remember them, I tend to just make them up. But I guess that's why I'm just an intern and not a full-timer. At least, not yet. Oh yes. I thought I saw someone who looked self-important enough to be her by the conservatory some time ago. Not to speak ill of the dead, I simply never liked the way she stole the limelight from the true star. Burbage 3001. I certainly am. That aerodynamic chassis, how the light glints off his rotund head, the way he enunciates, "Cry havoc, and let loose the canids of war." Excuse me, I got a little lightheaded there. Nobody does Shakespeare like Burbage. What were we talking about? Who? I suppose so. I also suppose Helen won't be stealing the limelight ever again. What? No, that's ridiculous. I can't tell you I've never made any mistakes, but it'd be pretty hard to keep my job if I were trying to break everything. Though there was the time I tried to fix a broken hinge on one of our mosquito hives and released a swarm. Chased me around the orchards 3 times before I managed to get help. Hey, that was one honest mistake. One! And considering the fact that mosquitoes have a tendency to kill people, I think I learned my lesson. As did the rest of Rizzo's. Don't worry though, mosquitoes are typically only about when living folks aren't in the orchards. I am contractually obligated to tell you that mosquitoes never get out during visiting hours. But when they do, the only way to get them to return is to go directly to hive control and activate emergency recall. Which isn't easy, considering all the hives near control. But this is all a departure from what I wanted to say. I've been trying to help the orchards, not harm them. Hold a moment. You haven't found anything, have you? But there's nothing to come clean about. I've just been doing my best out here. It's not so different from being a regular worker, just with less pay and less respect. Oh, it's also more dangerous than traditional employment. You don't have the experience to back up your work yet, but being fired isn't any less threatening. Work-wise, I do a bit of everything. The orchards have been short-staffed as long as I've been working here. So if there's an odd job around, it usually gets passed to me. Much as I love delivering coffee and medical attention, not quite, no. Don't tell anyone I said this, but I sometimes feel that our workers could be treated a little better. Maybe only get electrocuted awake every other day? So I'm shooting for administration in Rizzo's. Maybe even the board itself. Best way to evoke change is from the inside, I think. Laws, you've got a sixth sense for finding the most embarrassing question, huh? My mother is the Rizzo's assistant vice president of flavor testing. She set me up with this position. Mostly to keep me from troubling her work, I think. Consequently, I don't always feel like I deserve to be here. All the more reason to work harder, I say. Much higher chance of promotion. If I can tough it out here without getting axed, I can skip the 5+ years of customer service I'd normally have to deal with. I can prove my merit. Wow, that's some decidedly paranoid thinking. I can't imagine someone ever doing something that nasty. Happy to enlighten you on... Let me know if there's any...
Great work.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the... Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Stand in awe before our huge Rizzo's Hothouse Conservatory trademark. This building hosts almost as many plant breeds as we have delicious... Are you wondering about that omnipresent warm and fragrant mist? That's just our all-natural fertilizing spray. Note, Rizzo's discourages Remember,
Hey, what are you doing in here? Are you authorized to be in the conservatory? Are you trying to give me a heart attack? Are you my ex-wife? No, she fell off the side of Eridanos under mysterious circumstances 6 years ago, conveniently rendering our marriage contract null. You must be the new, groundskeeper? That can't be it either, seeing how the new one hasn't died yet. Just who are you? Very funny. If you were Edna, you would have stabbed me in the throat halfway through the second word of my first question.
Does the captain really bear a resemblance to your ex-wife, or are you merely commenting that they appear to be someone who has a propensity for violence?
I'm getting old, damn it. And after a while, anything that isn't a plant gets hard to distinguish from anything that is. But no, you don't look like Edna. Though you do smell a bit like her, like blood and starship grease. You must be that freelance inspector. Well, I suppose you can poke around as you like. Bleeding hell. Standing up like this makes a body forget how stiff he gets, bent over plants all day. Oh, seems I'm not as young as I feel. Indeed. Tromped in and out of the conservatory with no heed for anyone else. Good thing none of my charges were damaged. Starlet or not, I would have had a harsh word for her. I heard she pushed her way into a tour of the RR&DD labs not soon after. She's just a serial actress. Yet she acts like she's deserved of the same access as a co-CEO. Well, she's not going anywhere ever again. Which is a shame, of course. Taken too soon and all. I sit inside and I look at plants. Goal is usually to make Rizzo's fruit products hardier and sweeter, but for every success, there are a couple of hundred failures. Example, tried breeding native Tripicale with a foreign strain. Would have called it Hexticale. In the end, it bred so fast, workers were swallowed up before they could harvest it. That one, I think, can be attributed to the waspitos. Some lament their irritability, but their productivity is unmatched. What's a few dead workers in the architect's designs? You say angry. I say efficient. Not only can our waspitos defend themselves, but Rizzo's investments as well. They come through the orchards only during pollination cycles, as dictated by our hive control operators, which means that visitors usually aren't on the receiving ends of their stingers. Waspitos only pose a danger to enemies of Rizzo's and the occasional clumsy worker. Those risks are well worth it when you consider their value as a self-protecting investment. Besides, they aren't as dangerous as they seem, unless you're caught outside during a pollination cycle. Then you'll probably get stung to death. Even then, the Hive Control Emergency Recall System ensures that only a handful of workers will die in the event of a breach. Rizzo's has just about thought of it all.